What's going on, guys? We are back once again. We're going to be doing another movie review, and today we are going to be reviewing Scooby-Doo and Batman: The Brave and the Bold. So again, this pretty much just went off of one of the series for Batman: The Brave and the Bold. Now, again, I didn't really watch too much of this series, but I will say this just first off: I actually did enjoy the Scooby-Doo movie. Now, the reason why I did is, I love Batman. I love the whole genre of Batman. There's some Batman things I don't like and I can't get behind, but this one I could. So the entirety of this story is where the gang is investigating a case, and some find out they run across Batman. It was actually a test for them to get into the Gotham detective agency. So they see the Question, they see Martian Manhunter, they see a whole bunch of other heroes. They even see Black Canary, and they come up with like, okay, let's choose the next case, and they choose a case that he did not fully solve, and they're trying to kind of go back to where exactly happened after them going up against other villains in here, and then Aquaman trying to help to become a detective. It's really interesting because you see where Batman kind of goes into his first case where he did lose someone, and he later figures out that one of the ones he saved later became the Riddler, and then him trying to deal with this Phantom that keeps wanting to get revenge on him, and between the gang trying to help him. And it seems like in here, which was kind of crazy, was while they're helping him, and it just seems like between Bullock was on their case, same thing with the other heroes, after again that they're falsely framed after trying to go to Arkham Asylum and having to deal with all the villains trying to take them down. And all of a sudden it's like, oh well, they're going to jail, and all the evidence is pointing to you guys, but yet again they should know Batman and they're not helping him. That felt kind of crazy to me. But again, that we've seen that happen in other cartoons as well, where something happens that Batman's the one to try to be the one with the most common sense and try to go, okay, you know what, I'm gonna show that I'm not in the wrong. I'm gonna show that I was framed. And that's pretty much what he does with the Scooby Gang, and he protects them, and he even shows them, hey, this is what we're doing, this is what we're gonna do, and y'all need to stay where I know you'll be safe. So he takes them to the Batcave after having a big chase between the Joker, the Penguin, and everything else. Now, I enjoyed this, and we even get to see where Batman gets in trouble after Aquaman helps him and everyone else, and they have no choice but to figure out who it is, which is kind of funny because I was able to kind of figure out who it was that was behind this whole ordeal. And we see where they have to wear the costumes of Batman's former sidekicks. So we see obviously Fred in Batman's uniform, Velma and Robin's, Shaggy, Nightwing, and what was really interesting was seeing Daphne as Batgirl. So I think that was a lot of fanboys' dreams right there. Which again, I liking Daphne and Batgirl a lot. When I was a kid, having crushes on both of them was like, wow, I can't believe they actually did this. And seeing Scooby Doo be Bat Dog or something like that, and I thought it was cool. I thought it was a nice little treat. And then revealing that the Phantasm was actually Clayface after he was hired by the Riddler to, do all this so he could have a cure. But I thought it was pretty cool to see the, Clayface being a different type of role, to where he was not just normal Clayface. He was actually doing something to not only mess with Batman's head and mind, but to also feel like he was like in the wrong, and also feel like, okay, I'm doubting myself. And normally he doesn't, and that's what kind of made me go, like, what exactly they're trying to do here? Because it felt like at times where they made Batman obviously the lead in this film, and then he would take a back seat, and then he'd lead the film, and then he'd take a back seat, and then same thing with Scooby Gang. So again, it's a half and half of Scooby-Doo and the gang and Batman kind of like coexisting and leading the movie, which again is fine. They've done it in the past several times in episodes of short movies or even in other animations, and again, it works. It works. I think Batman goes with a lot of different shows and movies. It just depends on how you're able to write it and fill it in, especially with the villains. Now, again, I think the only thing I did not like was at times where it felt like Batman couldn't figure this out by himself. Because again, he's the best detective in the DC universe. He's the best detective that I would say in comics. So you would assume that he was probably going to be able to figure this out. Now, again, he didn't, except for the help of Mr. Ink, which again was fine. It's not a big deal. But overall, I think that this movie did very well, not only on comedy, it did very well on drama, it did very well on action adventure and keeping the audience entertained and keeping you invested on who was behind it, and also, seeing a lot of familiar faces from Joker, Harley, to Penguin, to Clayface, to the Riddler, to Aquaman, to Martian Manhunter, to Black Canary, all the DC characters that we know and love. But if you guys have not seen this, let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments if you have seen it, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed once again, and I'll see you as always on the next one.